Hey guys, Plumb with Positive here, Brandon Redmond, and we are super excited about tonight's episode. We are talking about school, love, and COVID. What the heck does that even mean? I don't know, but I got some amazing guests with me tonight, and this is what I'm really more stoked about than anything, is actually getting to know our interns here with us tonight. So we're going to be diving into a few things, but more importantly, it's about getting to know kind of what COVID, how COVID has affected our youth, because I think that we're used to it as adults. We're sitting here talking about a bunch of stuff and how it's affected us at work life, and that's what you hear, but how's it actually affected our youth? So we're going to kind of dive in here. Off to over here, we've got Macy and we've got Donovan, and they are our interns for Transfuse Rooter and Plumbing this year. And Donovan and I've known that boy since he was like my son's age, which is like 10 or 11 years old. And we'll get into that a little bit more. Macy has been a blessing to our company, and so we are really going to dive into a little bit. And I just appreciate you guys coming here tonight and hanging out with us to talk about some Plumb Positive stuff. But without further ado, before we get started with that, behind the scenes, I don't know if you can see him. Can you pop him up? I don't know if you can see him here. But behind the scenes, we've got Crystal Watkins, which is she's amazing. She's doing some amazing things. You got to check her out. And then of course we have the co-host. We got Aaron Carlin here behind the scenes as well. So you're gonna be hearing them talking. You know, they're gonna be talking a little bit, even though you might not be able to see them. Also great. You can be a little bit of them. But they're going to be here, and they're going to be oh, look, like little floating screens, like little heads there. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I love it. Ghost. I love it. So, all right, you guys ready? Let's hop into this. All right, so I want to know a little bit about you guys. So tell me, Macy, I'll start with you. What school do you represent? What school do you go to? What year are you? And what's your major?
So I go to the University of Mary Washington. It's in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So if you don't know where that's at, it's an hour north of Richmond, Virginia, an hour south of Washington, D.C. So it's kind of like the hub of the capital. It's like a suburb of both of those major cities. I'm class of 2021, which means I'll be a senior this year. And I'm studying biochemistry, and I have a minor in social justice.
Biochemistry. Wow, I can't wait to pick that brain. Donnie, about you, buddy?
Can you repeat all the questions again?
Oh, come on, guy.
My bad.
All right, yeah, so school, year, and major.
Okay, school, University of North Carolina at Wilmington. I'm a film major. I graduate in December. Yeah, that's me.
Sweet. All right, man.
Yeah.
So these two, I'm telling you, I can't say, like, when we used to say it all the time back where I used to work, you know, the future is bright, but I promise you, like, the future is super bright, like, with these two. So, Macy, biochemistry? Like, where did that even come from? Like, at what point in your life did you say, okay, I want to be a biochemist?
I could never.
Well,
I mean, you know, that I don't wake up and like, hey, let's do this.
So when I went into college, I thought I wanted to go to medical school, and it was all the medical school requirements fit into the biochemistry major, and it wasn't anything that like seemed too excessive. And I also really liked chemistry. It was math based, which made sense to me. I really enjoyed calculus in high school, and so it was something that was just like physically that I could understand. I didn't really like biology because it was just concepts you had to memorize, and so it was like minimizing the biology I needed, but still getting what I needed for medical school. 2 years into college, I realized I didn't want to go to medical school, but I was basically done with the major. I had like 4 classes left, and my university wouldn't let me change my major at that point, and so I'm just getting a degree in biochemistry at this point.
That's crazy. So, I mean, like, what... When you were in, like, right in the middle of that, like, what just was like, okay, I'm starting to really like this part of it. Like, what kind of grabbed your attention to kind of focus everything on that?
I would say I had a really influential like chemistry 112 professor. So that's our general chemistry course or an organic chemistry course. His name is his name is Dr. Sharpless. He's working at a research institution at Princeton now. But he's been recognized by the American Chemical Society for his environmental research.
He knows what he's doing for sure.
And just the way he taught chemistry that year and the way he just like talked about the way chemistry could change the world and the way we looked at the world really inspired me. So
that's awesome. See, and that's what we don't hear. We don't hear as much as I'd like to hear about teachers kind of changing lives. You always hear about the crap now. So that's cool. That's cool. That's how that happened. But well, I know that you have a bright future. But I want to know: is there a cure for COVID? That's what I want to. I mean, because you're always dealing with all this stuff, right? So, like, what's your take on it? Like,
So the thing is with like vaccines, there will be a cure, but COVID is a novel virus, so it's new to the human race. So we've had this vaccine for 6 months and been able to experiment on this vaccine and how it interacts with human DNA for 6 months. So the flu has been around in like the way we know it for 100 years, to put it in perspective. So what we know in the flu is much different than what we know in coronavirus because of that. So there will be a vaccine, but vaccines take a long time.
Have you had a chance to even talk to any of your schoolmates about this? Have y'all have any, do y'all have like chats going on? Donnie, do you guys like, do you have like a group of film majors or whatever, like your group that kind of like y'all still stay in touch through all this mess?
I mean, yeah, I definitely have friends that I hang out with and FaceTime and do all that other stuff with, and we talk about it a little bit. Most of the time, it's like when I am able to like see them in person, and we might, after everything kind of semi opened up, we would try to go somewhere. I remember the first time I tried to go get like takeout food or something. I tried to go in and I forgot my. It's like you leave the house, keys, phone, wallet. Yeah. Now it's mask, and I'm just okay. So now I got them stashed everywhere in the car and the bag, just like in pockets, just everywhere. So
I forget mine all the freaking time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get that thing that goes around your neck and you can just pop it up. But if I put it on like that's a big, that's pretty much exactly. So as long as I remember it, I'm good. To put it on in the morning, then I got it with me the rest of the day. But so have you guys talked about it? Like, do you have like your little group?
Well, on campus, I've got like my friends and we talk about it, but a lot of my friends come from like programs and groups I'm participating in. And so with my campus ministry, we're talking about how do we open up a building in in the middle of a global pandemic, and how do we create study spaces that are safe, knowing that the coronavirus lives on cloth surfaces longer. So how do you make a cloth couch safe for multiple people to sit on and study?
Well, you don't have like cloth desk. I don't know. I guess is like, what does the setup look like? I guess each school is a little different, right? I mean, each school's different. Everybody's got a kind of a different setup. But like, do y'all have like, what you see on TV, like the big stacked, with the professor that sits, because I know every school's a little different.
I was gonna say like my school's like 4,500 students, so the biggest class I've ever had is like 25 people. So I don't really expect like my class size to change all that much. I expect it to be like cut in half, and we have like 8 to 12 students. But I know they are outlining like boxes on the floor for us to stay in.
Yeah, similar to mine. Like UNCW is a slightly bigger. We have like 14,000
or
something like that.
A lot in the last few years.
It's one of the biggest like years for like actual students. So we do have those kind of like stereotypical. We have a couple of like stereotypical like stacked classrooms for like the main courses like bio and like intro stuff like that. And I've heard I've heard some emails and things like that saying that they would doing similar to what I guess other colleges are doing, where it's just like cutting it in half or like spacing it out like 2 seats or something like that. So like it's less people, but and there's gonna be more classes just to be able to like still be able to fit everybody. So it's kind of a little bit harder on professors as well, but also students, because instead of having 2 or 3 main classes that are usually somewhere from like 9 to 12 for an intro bio class, there now might be spaced out from like 9 a.m. to like 4 or 5 p.m. I don't know how
y'all think y'all should be going
I applaud
to school?
Those people.
I mean, honestly, y'all think y'all should be going to school?
I think, and I've seen a couple of like kind of memes or whatever, and it's like if you're having Zoom safe calls for like staff members now about how to proceed, then maybe you shouldn't have in-person classes. So I'm up in the fence. As a current college student who isn't used to not being around people for like a long time. I'm ready to go back and see my people, right?
Well, and that's what we were. I know Macy and I were talking about this the other day. Like, it's one of those things where it's becoming a new norm, and we have to kind of get through it. But so I was talking to. We're actually gonna have this gentleman on. He's I'm not gonna spill the beans on this one because it's gonna be a really cool guest. But he's an ACC football player. I'm not gonna tell you what college. We'll get into that. But we were having a conversation at my son's lacrosse game last Saturday, and he was talking about college sports. Y'all don't play college sports, but you got friends and stuff that are playing. So college sports they always say you literally live, breathe, and eat, sleep, and all that stuff while you're on campus. But he was like, that was we used to say that figuratively. Now we can't go do anything. He was talking about they can't go do anything. They are literally in hotels. They can only play in conference.
Right,
so that's all changing. So lifestyle outside, and I don't think it'll probably affect, but I don't think it'll affect you guys as much as probably a college athlete, especially for a high D1 school. But it's going to change. Y'all's. What would y'all do on a Friday night, a Saturday night? I don't know if I should be asking this question. The parents, if you're on here, don't you probably don't want to listen to this, but no, for real, it's going to be different. It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's weird. For me personally, and I've told you multiple times, I would trade everything right now just to go to the movie theater. That's the only thing.
Dude, you and me.
That is
both,
the only thing I want to do as a film major.
Yeah.
And just me as a person, absolutely love just being in the movie theater.
All right, quick. We're going to do a quick round. Top 5 movies right now. Top 5 movies people should know about right now.
People should know about?
Yeah. Top 5 movies. Go.
The one, Parasite, that won the Oscar last year, I think it was. I don't know. I'm terrible at these, but Parasite. It's a Korean film, I do believe. It's a foreign film that won Best Picture. My favorite movie of all time. I'm a nerd. Star Wars Episode 4. Oh. It's a classic. My favorite kind of family genre movie is The Sandlot. It's just all the vibes, all the feels. Favorite comedy, Think Like a Man, Kevin Hart, and the whole gang. And how many?
That's 4. That's 4.
That's
You're doing
4.
Good. You're doing good. Man. Oh, that one got me. I like that.
Possible favorite, top 3 favorite movie, Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey.
Interstellar, that's good.
It's incredible. If you haven't seen Interstellar, please go watch it. That's a good watch tonight. Sure.
Nice. Macy. Mm-hmm. So we did a top 5 with him. I want to do a top 5 with you, but I got a special one just for you. Top 5. You got to give me, spit it out, because I know you're going to spit it out quick. Top 5 words only a biochemist knows. Come on.
Pentose phosphate pathway. Oxaloacetate.
What? That's awesome.
The urea cycle. Urea cycle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how your body disposes of waste with nitrogen waste.
I feel like I should know that.
Urea.
I feel like I should know that.
There's gluconeogenesis.
I know those words separately.
Do you really? Do you know these?
No, separately. That was 3 words that I've heard in real life separately, but together it makes sense.
It's how our body builds glycolysis for us to then break it down for us to have energy.
Dang.
See, then you got to break down the other
glycolysis.
Word. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you right now, my head is spinning. That is crazy stuff. I knew that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know any of those words. See, now we should get Donnie spell them. Spell those words that she just said. Eureka Franklin, something. What was it? Oh, my bad. Oh, is that what we were talking about? I thought we were getting lost. Yeah. I know that, I know that Crystal was talking, you were asking her, what were y'all talking, they were having before, I'm sitting here really getting set up for the podcast and everything, doing some minor adjustments, and they were sitting here having this, crazy conversation, and I'm like, stop, you're getting all the good stuff now. What were y'all talking about?
Well, basically, she gave me the cure to COVID.
She gave you the cure?
But she really broke down why we need masks, and herd immunity and something like that. But then Aaron was like, no.
So there you go.
I say she breaks it down for him right now.
Break it down.
Why are masking for him?
Come on.
So,
break it down
the
because
thing about-
Rizzo wants to
Masks
know.
are so important that you are all wearing a mask right now. Look how close y'all sitting to each other.
That's true.
Brandon,
you gonna call us out like
Brandon
that.
and I are also in the office together, like most days, so we're considered what's called a family unit because we're exposed to each other daily that we don't need to wear a mask around each other.
On you, Rizzle. Just saying.
Who sneezed on me?
Crystal sneezed on you.
But so because COVID is so new, unlike the flu, we don't have like existing antibodies, even from like viruses past that they might have mutated. So it's more taxing on our bodies at first when it infects us. It's also more virulent than the flu, which means it more easily spreads between people. So it persists longer on different surfaces than the flu does. And so it just overall makes it more dangerous than the flu. So it's easier to spread, it persists longer, and it's more taxing on our bodies. And when we have vaccines, we have this thing called herd immunity. So for the immunocompromised and for people who are allergic to egg proteins, because we make our vaccines and egg proteins, they're not allowed to get vaccines. So
the thing about it is that we were even talking about is, and I mean this. So Europeans, obviously, COVID's affected the world, but I think it's fair to say America is pretty freaking fat, out of shape, and we're probably that's why it spreads so much with us because we have so many people that has diabetes.
Well, diabetes does make you immunocompromised, so it gives you a higher risk.
And that's what I'm saying. So I feel like America in general is just a higher risk because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I just had some Chick-fil-A with some macaroni and cheese. I mean, so I don't have diabetes yet, but I probably will. I'm working on it. I'm working on my figure. But I'm saying, like, America, that's why it's spreading so freaking fast.
So because we don't have herd immunity, so when everyone's vaccinated for something like the measles or the mumps, the people that are immunocompromised or are allergic to egg proteins and can't receive vaccines are then protected because everyone around them is vaccinated.
Right.
And so they're not going to get it because no one around them is going to get it. And masks essentially recreate herd immunity at some level. Because even though masks don't protect you from other people, right, you're protecting other people from you.
Rizzle, gotta hear that rebuttal now. Guys, she was looking at you the whole time. I mean, the whole time. She is fixated on you. What's that rebuttal?
Wear your mask.
That's a good answer. Yeah, that's funny. That is hilarious. I'm telling you.
Michael, I want to reply to your comment.
What is
Waterboy is a very underrated movie, Michael. I saw it. It's very good. I'll give you that.
Waterboy.
I'll give you that. That's top 15. Top 15.
He named a lot of like old school movies though. Awesome.
No, so my boy, like when we sit here talking about like music, like Donnie will get you in the mood for whatever you're doing. Like he's gonna get you hyped. So like we were sitting here, I'm like, Donnie, you gotta throw on some music. Like we're working, like we're doing videos or whatever. I'm like, Donnie, time for some music. I gotta get my mind right. And like every song, I'm like, dang, okay, I see what you're doing.
This man is old. This man is much more old school than people think. He knows every Cupid, Silk,
that's true.
all them, bro. I don't know where you grew up, but who you grew up with, bro.
You don't want to know.
You know some stuff. You know some stuff.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. That's where I get it right there. I got stored. Man, I used to get into my Jeep Wrangler. No, excuse me, Jeep Cherokee. It wasn't a Wrangler. It was a Jeep Cherokee 1990. That was my first vehicle. I'd get in that thing and I would be blowing, but like everybody's like, because I went to North Davidson, so to all my North Davidson people, I love you guys, but y'all are always, with the country, the big trucks and all that stuff. Well, I'm like throwing up in this like, everybody's listening to country music, and I am straight up rocking some Silk, some Usher. I'm like, they're like, who? What? And I'm like playing golf. I'm like this preppy kid. They're like, who is this guy? Hey, but Ryan Wilson, I don't know if Ryan's on here. Is Ryan on here? Ryan knows. And Joel knows. Joel, yeah, I see you, Joel. Joel knows. I think it's a golf thing. I really do. I sincerely think it's got something to tie with golf.
Sure, we can go with that.
So speaking of golf, I'm gonna kind of that's where I'm going with it. But speaking of golf, so a lot of you guys, a little backstory on Donnie and myself. So Donnie, like I said at the beginning, I've known Donnie since he was about my son's age, about 11 or 12. And he was part of the First Tee program where I used to be a program director at. And I got to meet this young kid. I told Crystal wouldn't let me do it, though. She wouldn't let me do it. I had some pictures of you, bro. I had some pictures of you, and I was going to throw them up, but I didn't.
Thank you for the save.
Yeah, I didn't. But I got some pictures. Just remember this. Because when you get married one day, those pictures, no matter, you have zero choice when that will come up. Now I'm not getting invited to the wedding.
My mom would post them.
I'm not gonna get invited to the wedding now. Macy invited me hers though. But I met this kid. He was avid golfer, loved golf, had his passion for golf, and me as a golf coach, I'm like looking at this guy. I'm like, oh man, like there was always this work because Ryan and Dustin Marsh. I don't know if Dustin's on here, but they were the ones who were kind of working with you the most because I was in the West a lot and they were in the East. That's how we split it up back then. But I kept on hearing Donovan, like, this kid's got a lot of potential. So as we kind of grew up and I got to know you a lot better, this dude, I mean, still to this day, we went out and played, like 6 holes the other day?
Yeah.
6 or 7 holes? This dude can do whatever he wants to do with the ball still, even though he ain't played that much. So a lot of upside here, and I will always rag you to the day I die that you didn't go to Pebble Beach. I tried I think was it girls? No, for real though. At one point, was it girls? What? Was it girls the reason why you didn't go, or was it? Did you have something else to blame on?
No, I didn't like writing papers.
God, man, all you had to do was write this.
Looking back, it was like 2 paragraphs. Something I had to write.
No, it was nothing. Like now you're in school, like y'all were writing freaking novels. It would have been nothing, and you would have just. You could have went to Pebble Beach, man.
Yeah, I dropped the ball there. But
Golly, Ryan, yeah, I remember those braces.
Oh,
yeah,
stop.
I have that picture, Ryan. I have that picture.
Those teeth are straight, bro.
Hey, the braces did you right, though. Just remember that. But yeah, so, well, we've kind of talked a little bit about COVID. We talked a little bit about some stuff that you guys are passionate about. Macy, what do you catch yourself doing like with these? I call them the COVID days. Like, are you the Netflix watcher? Are you the Hulu watcher? Are you listening to podcasts like Plumb+Positive? I don't know. What are you doing?
I mean, so when I'm working 1 to 5 like every day at Transuse.
She is working 1 to 5 with us, and sometimes you will hear her answer the phone, and she is freaking amazing. We love Macy.
But every afternoon when I get home, I watch this show on Amazon called Bosch with my dad.
Nice.
Last summer, my dad and I watched Cheers every night.
Oh, that's a classic.
So we kind of have this tradition that we always every afternoon watch TV together. I'm also doing different Zoom calls and stuff for different programs that I'm running at school in my spare time. So I'm kind of working virtually when I'm not at Transuse.
Well, I'll tell you, I should have I probably should have said something earlier about this, but I want y'all to hear, the viewers out there that's listening and everybody, and for our audience, I want them to hear about how y'all even ended up with me and working at the First Tee. Macy, I want Macy to go because Macy, we're sitting here, we're at the, it's May, right? It was at the beginning of May or something like that, I think. And we're sitting here going, I'm all right, we want some interns. I'd already talked to Donnie a little bit on the phone. He called me up, and but Macy, I was like, all right, I need to do an interview. We're posted on Facebook that we needed some interns for office duty and stuff like that. Well, Macy sends me this resume, and I'm looking at this resume, and I'm like, okay, there is no one more qualified, overqualified than what the heck you're doing. This girl doesn't need to be in the office. She needs to be running for president for sure. This is, but I call her, and she starts telling me her story. So tell me a little bit about. First of all, where you were supposed to be this summer instead of Transuse.
So back in February, I signed a contract to be at Franklin and Marshall College, helping as a teaching aide and lab aide through the Center for Talented Youth. That is a program that Johns Hopkins University runs. And I was supposed to be paired with 7th through 10th graders helping teach fast-paced high school chemistry. So we're going to be teaching a year of chemistry in 3 weeks, and we're supposed to be doing it twice.
Wow.
So
I can't even take a year of chemistry in 5 years. So.
And then COVID happened, and the first session got canceled, and then the second session got canceled, and suddenly I was going to be at home until August with nothing to do.
So then that's where we come in. So she responds back to the internship. She sends me her resume. I call her, and we're talking. Then come to find out. So what does your family do?
My family, my dad runs a tire and automotive. Or my dad owns a towing company with my cousin, and my cousin runs a tire and automotive company.
Yeah, right here in Davidson County. Mm-hmm. So give a shout out to your Davidson County people.
Hi, Davidson County. I will rep you until I die.
You have to. I mean, nowhere to hide, baby. But so when she came in, she picked it up real easy because she's used to that family atmosphere, and I think that was something that when she came in, she hit the ground running. She was comfortable. And, and I'm over here like, I'm almost intimidated by her. So that was awesome. And she has been a great asset. Now for Donnie calls me just out of the blue. And Donnie's like, you still with the first tee? I'm like, nah, dog. Where you been? Like, so we joke around with you because Donnie interned with me in the first tee back in well, it was your freshman year. You're going into your freshman year.
Of college or high school?
Of college. Oh. You don't remember? You were there. Do you remember that? No. Yeah, so of college, and he did some filming there a little bit, but he was just now getting started with that stuff. And so then, like, we always had this joke, like, Donnie just fell off the world. Like, we couldn't, like, Donnie just went nowhere for a little bit. Like, social media, like you were there, I guess, but it was just like, I don't know, we couldn't keep in touch with you. So we kind of, all the boys, all your interns, just to kind of joke with you about that. And then here he pops up, and he's like, hey, man, you still with the first tee? I'm like, nah, dog. He's like, well, I'm looking to intern. I'm like, I got something for you, Donnie. I was like, so you still doing film? And so we chatted and we started talking, and it's like we never, we've always talked. But and then he came in. I was like, dude, I got some ideas. And so now this is kind of, I'm going to be an infomercial for my boy Donnie. Oh, Donnie D Productions. All right, so. If you're on our website right now, or excuse me, you're on our Facebook, you're seeing all these amazing videos that we're doing. That guy right there is killing it. So he is helping us take all these things that we're wanting, all this, all this weird, crazy ideas that I have, superheroes and all this stuff, and he's just making it real. And so hello, if you're listening to me. Donnie D Productions. See, that's my infomercial. So I can do your voiceover guy. You do the videos, I can do the voiceover.
Yeah, man.
Donnie D Productions, here for you. Okay. Donnie D. But he does, what do you do? Tell him. Go ahead and speak your own.
I do everything, okay?
That was easy.
Everything. I even do podcasts now, apparently.
See, he's a podcast.
But no, I do, as a film major, I'd say film first. But I do a lot of photography kind of on the side for myself, for fashion, portrait, product placement, pretty much anything. So.
Hold on, you gotta tell. Oh, I didn't even. What did you do this weekend, dude? So that was amazing what you did this last weekend. What'd you do? 48 hours. What did you do for 48 hours, bro?
Okay, so me and my boy James Douglas, probably not watching this, but if you ever do, shout out to James back from high school. He went to an actual, I'm not gonna say actual film school up in Virginia Beach, and so he's heavily into this stuff as well.
I feel like he just did.
And but he invited me to help him out with a film festival, 48-hour film festival for the Greensboro Film Festival, and we worked on a pretty cool project. And I spent 24 hours, more like 16 hours, filming and actually like. On set.
But you were telling me they they get the script at midnight.
Yeah, so they get the script the day before, or they get a topic. You get a genre, a certain character you have to incorporate, and a line of dialogue, and a prop that has to be used, and so that helps you like drive the story.
Right.
So that way you don't just get like action movie, and then
so
like
what
you
was
got to think of everything.
What was your genre?
Or
are you allowed to tell?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you yet, but
okay.
You will see it. I will send it. Just if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see the link very, very soon. But yeah, so we made that in like 24 hours, and then our editor edited for like throughout the entire night and the rest of the day. So shout out to my man. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. I had never done anything like that before, and it was a great time. Worked with some really great people. We all meshed well together. It was like a well-oiled machine. So
didn't you get cussed out? Did you? So they were at. So he was telling me they were at some vacant home, and that's where they were shooting this film at. And the next door neighbor.
Yeah, so the next
they like parked in the wrong spot.
We accidentally. Yeah, so one of the people who was coming on set, one of the actors, they parked in the wrong like spot. And I mean, it's like, yeah, you parked in the wrong spot, but it's kind of it's kind of accidental because you don't quite know where to park. It's a.
If I saw the picture, like the driveways, don't they pretty much share?
It's like a shared driveway, and it's just like split. It's like you just know that you're like your house is on this side and the other person's house on this side. So they didn't know like where to park, so they just parked there. And then the lady came home of the house next door, and we were like in the middle of it. We were like right before we were about to do a take. We just hear like I was like, yo. And honestly, because it's my first 48-hour film festival, and like some of the actors were in the other room, I thought they were acting. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was like acting. I was like, I don't know what exercises y'all doing.
They're getting deep for that role.
Yeah, they were doing some real hard method acting, I thought. And then found out the neighbor was spazzing on the person who parked in her driveway, and it was a fun little adventure.
You were telling me about that, and I was like, dang. I ain't gonna say I know that, and then I told Macy this when she came in today, but we had a job this evening that came in. Brandy was telling me, and anyways, we were dealing with this one customer, and anyways, long story short, there was cops called when my Cody. I know you're watching this, bro. I heard about that. So Cody was talking about that they had cops. They were yelling, screaming at each other, and he come to just do a plumbing job, and they're like. Yeah, it's probably best that you come back. So I was like, God. Anyways, that's some crazy stuff. Well, so I think the message, obviously this is the Plumb Positive show. So what I want to hear is, through all of this, like y'all have got some stories. Y'all know that, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I would definitely say that there's some new norms coming for sure after this COVID thing. But like, how in the heck have y'all stayed positive through this? Like, what are y'all doing individually to, keep that fire burning, for your love and passion of what you hope to be when you're old like me, 35. By the way, what is old to y'all? For real, like, what is old to y'all?
Old?
That's what I'm saying. We were talking. You and I were talking about this. Yeah. Like, what is old? What is old to y'all?
I mean, old is the spirit, but that's
deep.
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know, maybe like 60. Like once you start taking out your 401k or something, bro. I don't know.
He's so
okay.
65.
He was gonna like.
No, I'm not about to. No. I got.
Oh, Macy hasn't won yet. She used to go. Go ahead, Macy.
I don't know. My dad's like turning 50 in August, and I always joke with him that he's old or he's getting old.
Okay.
And so. It's more of a joke. I don't know what I would define as old because, like,
how old are y'all?
There's old and out of touch.
Yeah, how old are y'all?
I'm
not supposed to ask my age.
I'm 20.
21.
21?
Yeah, almost 22.
Well, I was gonna have beers after this, but I guess we can't do that. You can't, Donnie.
I can't.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
Sorry, parents. Don't watch this. Yeah, because we're out of the blue, Rizzle, and I mean we're good.
30 old?
30?
I don't think so. Because I feel like 30 is like when you're just establishing yourself. Because like if you're getting out of grad school, like you need time to establish a career.
Yeah, 30, you're hitting your stride, really.
When are you?
This girl is smart.
Yeah, seriously.
Like a true biochemist.
Like
yeah, Crystal, when you were a kid, what did you think old was?
30.
30? Did you really? Did you really?
Oh. I was like, oh man, I'm 30.
Yeah.
But now, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Look, anything Macy says now.
That's you all about it.
Okay.
You all about it. And she's got those answers. Rizzle, what about you?
I believe almost everything Macy says.
Almost. I'm telling you.
What's the question?
So the question was, when you were like their age, like when we were like in our prime. Well, I thought we was in our prime.
We're still not crime.
Well, I mean, I know, but Aaron and I was dunking back in the day. Like we were dunking on people.
8 foot goal.
But they don't have to know that. They don't have to know that. Yeah, but like when we were playing, like, do you remember playing with those 30-year-olds? And like we used to be like, oh, we got them. He's like, he's easy, you know. And now we're the 30-year-olds. I know.
They will break my ankles.
That's what I'm saying.
If I step on that basketball court, I'm so out of shape.
Oh God.
But I can't hang with them.
Oh, I know.
No, I know. So 30 years old.
30 years.
In athletics.
That's true. I don't know. LeBron's still going. He's our age.
Well,
But you know, he's a different breed. Yeah. But so I got a little sidetracked. But back to my question is, how are you guys staying positive through all of this? Like, what are y'all doing to kind of keep that fire alive? Because now, when does school start back for you guys?
My first day of school is August 19th, but I'm about to go back and like move in.
Are you positive about going back there? Are you excited about going back?
I want to go back. Like I said, bro, I'm ready to see. You know, I am in the quote unquote, I guess, prime or whatever. But like, I'm a social introvert. As weird as that sounds. So like, I like to, you know, I understand that. I like to have the option to say no instead of being like forced to like not do anything. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm ready to. I just want to see my people, like, and that's it. Like, obviously, you know, as a senior, I got senioritis. I don't really care about, you know, there's the point where it's like, school, you know, I'm going because I need to get this degree and go somewhere. But
so like, what keeps that drive alive for you?
Keeps that alive? Being able to do stuff like this, you know. You don't need a degree to like go out and make content, but it helps in the world that we're in sometimes. So it's just like, and I've already like come so far. It's like, my parents are not gonna let me just stop anyways. So I kind of didn't have a choice as far as that went. But yeah, I mean, just doing that, I pray, I work out, I watch a lot of Netflix to keep my mind busy. I should probably read some more books. But it is what it is. Watch.
I eat a lot of Bojangles.
I've read
I know you do that.
I don't eat a lot. You eat a lot of Bojangles.
I don't eat Bojangles. Every time I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, Bojangles.
Listen.
And then Macy's like, I just want fries.
Listen, it's good, bro.
I just want fries and a sweet tea.
You single-handedly ruined my diet plan for the summer, bro. Listen, every time I come into work, it's food o'clock. Every time we come in, it's like you're like
that's true.
You're like, dude, I want some food. I'm like,
you're
me
like,
too. And then
Johnny D, what did he show up with yesterday? We were here.
He's like, here's a whole pizza.
He was like, y'all hungry? He was like, y'all hungry? I was like, yeah. He didn't even ask like where he was. I was waiting for the text like, I'm going here, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a chicken salad. He just shows up with 2 boxes of pizza and some breadsticks from Little Caesars.
Listen,
5 minutes.
Yeah, and you got Little Caesars.
5 minutes of grease.
Listen, Little Caesars.
There you go.
Listen,
it was good on the way in.
Listen, Little Caesars used to be good.
Hey, we're not sponsored by them.
No, we are not sponsored by them. However, if you want to sponsor us, we can make that work. I love Little Caesars. But that particular pizza was like super greasy and did not agree with my stomach for the rest of that night, and my wife can attest for that.
I had 4 pieces, however, so.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, but no, for real. I know I eat a lot. Ron Wilson used to blame crap on me like that all the time. But he stayed in shape whenever he was working, when we were working together. And then he leaves me, and then he starts getting the dad bod, and I'm like, you can't blame me for that. So I was like, I was motivating you. I'm trying you guys. Y'all are failing if you cave into me. This is all a test. This is all a test.
Hey, Brandy agrees you eat bad.
It's all simulation. All right.
I know. I'm gonna have the diabetes.
Get him, Miss Brandy. Get him.
For bow time though.
I mean,
that's all I gotta say for bow time.
It is good.
See, but don't let Donnie play you. Now here the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, all right, I'm really trying to work out, so I'm gonna get a salad. But it's still, you're going to Bojangles to get a salad.
I didn't know Bojangles sold salad until he was eating it in the office the other day.
I didn't find out until 2 years ago that actually fast food had
healthy
salads.
Yeah.
Until Brandy, shout out to my wife who's lost a whole human person. But, and she's like, eating so healthy, working out all the time, and I'm just eating the pizza, watching her work out. So I really do need to.
Hi, Brandon.
I know.
Have you even ever had a salad before? Let the people know.
Have I had a salad before? All right. So how are we? Yes/no. I have had salads before. No, hold on. Let me answer this. I have had salads before, but I have not. I have not finished a salad.
Oh, you had a bite.
I've even got a multiple bites down. But no.
Define a salad.
I don't even know what a salad really is. I don't think.
Now this question is, we need to go a little deeper now.
Well, I'm just.
What do you classify as a salad?
Anything that's in small pieces and mixed together.
I don't even know. Like, I just order it. Is there different types of salads?
There's like cucumber salad.
No, because I don't know. Aaron, did you order a salad for me? My wife ordered a salad for me, but we joked because I think Ryan was with me one time when I tried one, but I'm like eating it and I'm like, like my gag reflex is like killing me.
On it?
I don't know what I was doing. I don't even remember. It's been a long time since I've had a salad.
Like, you're not supposed to just like eat the lettuce. You put dressing on it.
No, I think I put something on it, but it was making me gag. Whatever it was. That's all I know. And I can't. It's a texture thing. I don't know. I'm so picky.
So you've been traumatized by this one time you had salad and it wasn't good.
No, I've tried it a couple times. I have attempted to try
We have
it.
a quiz here.
Oh, we have a quiz. What's the
Brandy
quiz?
says, name 5 ingredients on a salad.
Five ingredients. All right, hold on. All right, I got this. Hold on, there ain't 5 ingredients. Hold on. Is there lettuce? Hold on. Lettuce, tomato, cucumbers. What's those little square things? Croutons,
Okay.
and ranch dressing. Right?
Wow.
Is that ingredient? Can I do it?
That's a salad.
Technically, that's a
It's
salad, but
really
that's not a
bland
healthy salad, though, right?
It's a really bland salad.
I don't even know. Okay.
You really gotta step up the salad game. That's why your
I'm not-
salad is.
I have zero wants to step up my salad game.
I'm gonna get you a Bojangles.
some
chicken
like different
salad.
textures in there.
I will move everything away and eat the chicken.
I can't stand you.
Absolutely. And then my wife blames me for like my son being as picky as he is because because Brandy was working like all the time back in the day. So like when it was like right in his crucial stage of life, I'm like, hey buddy, you want some pizza? Hey buddy, you want some Bojangles? Here's some chicken tenders because Daddy's eating the same stuff as him.
All right, the people want to know. Name 3 types of. I'll just say the lettuce. That's not really technical.
3 types of lettuce?
Types of. Yeah.
Hold on, iceberg, right?
Iceberg.
I mean,
Iceberg? Is it?
That's one.
Don't be making fun of the Titanic, bro.
Okay, well obviously I was wrong there. Hold on, what is it? I don't know that answer.
Iceberg lettuce.
Okay, see, you making me feel stupid, right?
Rain.
That's all I
Now
got.
name 3 things you can use as your base.
Hold on. No, this wasn't. How did this get on me like this? How are we doing this?
It's an intervention.
Yeah.
This is so this turned into an intervention. Okay.
Tim Gribble watching. He said this turned into an intervention.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, but speaking of Tim's one of those 30-year-olds that eat a lot of salad and still runs around us. So Tim makes me sick.
I don't know, he's 30-something, but he
Oh,
acts like a 18-year-old.
that's what I'm saying. But anyways, I don't have
There's
that
like
answer.
romaine and arugula.
Romaine? Isn't that what made people sick that one time?
Spinach.
Because there was E.
Kale.
coli on the romaine.
Kale.
There's
Nasty,
E.
though.
coli.
But that was a recall for like a specific farm.
See, and that's the reason I don't eat lettuce. I do know. Listen, that's the reason right there. See, I remember this now. I'm starting to remember of why I don't eat lettuce now.
All
It was
that.
because of
Okay,
that
well,
one time.
You can use spinach. Or you can use a
I am
baby
not
greens
Popeye.
Or
mix.
kale. You know?
Huh? Kale.
Kale.
You can. I wouldn't advise kale.
I know Keenan and kale.
Spinach is good, though.
Oh.
Welcome to Good Burger. Yeah, I'm at the Good Burger. Can I take your order? See, and even Kale was talking about burgers.
What's the show about again?
You don't know good.
I have no
Bro.
idea who it
No, I'm talking about this show. I know.
Oh, I don't even
I don't know
this
who
show.
he's
I don't
referencing.
know what we're talking about now. Why eat a salad when you can eat pizza and chicken? See, Cody gets it. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't do this.
Yeah, Cody was a medium shirt whenever he started with us about a month and a half ago, and now I'm having to give him my shirts because he's a large until his new order gets in here. So no, just kidding. So what the heck? All right, so that was is the intervention over now? Can we move on? So all right, good. All right, so what are you doing other than eating salad, Macy?
Don't actually eat salad all that often, but
What does a biochemist eat?
That's true. What does a
What does a
biochemist eat?
biochemist eat? Like
Yeah.
There's a
I
category
don't
for
know.
that?
Fries and sweet tea. From
That was one
Bojangles. I do know
time. I'd
that.
already had sandwiches that day.
I'm just
I
saying.
told you I get a chicken biscuit no matter what time of day it is at Bojangles.
I don't like their biscuits.
Well,
I
that's
agree
your
with that.
problem.
You're
Science of
crazy.
Yeah, chicken biscuit at Bojangles, 24/7.
Hold on. Were you the one talking about? Oh, hold on. That sparked another conversation about biochemistry. Because you were talking about ground meat and how bad this is probably gonna go bad south. This is gonna go south for me.
Can we talk about how you
I'm
had to
so sick.
Google biochemistry today?
No, I was. First of all, how did you know I Googled that? Oh, you were on my laptop. Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. Well, listen, it was because I don't know what biochemistry is, so there it is. Yeah, and Crystal and I was talking on the phone, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna Google this. Like, so, like, what are they? You know, blah blah blah. So I'm like looking it up. So, but one of the questions was really, what does a biochemist eat?
Normal food?
Normal food.
I mean, some of my friends are like
That's
vegan.
not true because
or
you said you don't
vegetarian.
eat.
I don't eat ground beef.
Yeah, huh?
I don't eat ground beef.
Why is that?
What kind of
It's-
beef do you eat?
I'll eat like a steak, but I don't eat ground beef.
Has it been on the ground?
No, because it's the dirtiest ground meat to eat.
Yeah.
It's more likely to have bacteria and other things in it.
And where'd you eat at today, buddy?
Me?
Yeah.
Speaking
Speaking of ground beef, what'd you have? Oh no, you had
He had
Yeah,
chicken
today.
tenders.
But he went to cookout.
You get the same thing at cookout.
So yeah, school, love,
Tastes good.
COVID,
Food.
and food. Yeah, I mean you can never go wrong with that. Absolutely. That's where it's at right there. Well, I could tell you this. I know I need to lose weight, and I'm gonna take this intervention very seriously. But when I leave here, I'm probably gonna eat ice cream. Just gonna let you know that. Can a biochemist eat ice cream?
Yeah. You know, thanks to biology, you can actually eat ice cream.
Dang! Now how's that work?
Because Louis Pasteur figured out how to pasteurize milk.
Oh, I mean, she.
I remember that.
Do you really?
I remember that. It sounds familiar. You know, it sounds familiar.
That's why it's called pasteurizing milk.
Louis Pasteur.
All right, I'm about to jump in here and say that Brandon, your camera died.
Oh, fantastic!
So either we plug up your camera or
I'll
you
just lean
jump
in
into the
I'll just lean in here.
or you jump in there. And
Oh, I can. No. Nah, they can just hear me. They don't need to see me.
Rona.
They don't need to see my face. Yeah, there's too much Rona going on at this table right now. Anyways, I don't have my mask. But we're what did you call it? We're
It's a family unit.
Family unit. Yeah. So, well, one of the things that I'm not going to take a lot of people's time. I know y'all have been fantastic. I've enjoyed talking to you guys. But one of the things I do want to hear is, you know, with this whole COVID thing, where do you see life looking like, you know, this time next year? Do you feel like we'll still be talking about this all the time? Yeah? You do?
Yeah. Well, so like assuming like a vaccine gets made and people have access to it,
Do you think a vaccine will be here this time next year? Think we'll have it?
I think we'll have
Crystal, didn't she say she already had the,
I can't really see.
yeah.
I think we'll have like the early beginnings of a vaccine, but then it depends on like patent law and everything. When it comes to science, patents are miserable. But so assuming we have a vaccine, I don't think
Patents, what do you mean by that? Like what we talking about? Like patents?
so. It takes like $10 to make insulin, but I can charge you $3,000 because I own the patent.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
So-
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But like assuming we have a vaccine, I don't think a lot of industries will transition back to the workplace. I think there's too much overhead,
Yeah.
and people are just as efficient at home.
Well, I think COVID has really shined the light on that for sure. And I know Aaron and Crystal are behind the scenes trying to work on my camera, but I do know that Aaron and I have had a lot of conversation because even with what he does on his everyday job, he's been at home a lot more, and they've even talked about being a lot more. You know, his workplace, which is a very large workplace, has even talked about how more efficient that they've become. So I agree with that. I feel like because I mean, I think that this whole COVID thing, even though it's like I'm ready for it to be over, I'm ready for it to get back to like normal. I really don't think I think there will be a normal, but I also think that I think it's going to help us in the long run to like stop like coughing in people's faces, like being nasty, not washing your hands after everything. Like the good thing about this whole mess is like, even me, myself, and I, like I'm a lot more conscious on what I'm doing now and washing my hands, and all that stuff. So I think that's good. I think that's good. But
I'm okay with having a bubble around me when I go to Walmart.
Yeah, so
well, when you go to Walmart, you need a very large bubble. That's for sure. Walmart's nasty.
Yeah, when I don't have a haircut, people can't see my face, so they don't know who I am. That's the best part. Can't see my face.
Y'all seen the movie Bubble Boy?
No.
Oh wow.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm that old.
Damn.
For real.
That could be one of your new top
Bubble
fives.
Boy.
I throw that on the list.
It could be one of your top fives. I feel like, I don't have to go rewatch that too. But what do you think? How do you feel like this time next year? How do you feel? Do you feel like it's still gonna be the same, or do you feel like?
I mean, it'll be.
You'll be graduated, dude. Both y'all.
I will. I don't think it'll be back to like what we used to know as normal. I think there will be a new normal that's kind of like, we've kind of settled into it slowly but surely. I don't know how strict these mask laws are going to be by next year. He knows it might get better as far as people either being willing to wear them or not, or us as a society not having to wear them as much, or it'll get worse and people will, the people who don't want to wear the mask and the people who want to wear the mask will start clashing even more than they kind of already are in real life and on like Twitter and Instagram and all stuff
but
like
aren't
that.
they talking about it like, and Macy's probably more up to date on this stuff, but aren't they talking about like as soon as cold weather starts coming back, like it's going to pick back
Yeah, they're saying it's going to get worse. I can't remember the science behind it, but
that's so scary.
Well, and because we have to gather more inside and everything.
When do you think the cure is going to happen, Donnie? Give me a month.
a
month and a year.
Oh, random month in the year?
Yeah, random month in a year when you actually think this is going live. This is forever stitched in the.
Let's give it a March.
March.
It started in like
2021.
No, 22.
22.
22.
Macy, give me something.
I'd be like June 2023.
Oh my God! I'm scared to death now. Macy said 3 more years before we have a cure. I am scared to death. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I guess keep wearing your masks. Now it's a new fashion statement. Everybody's getting new. Like if y'all don't know, I don't know if I have one. No, I don't have one in here. But we have the ducky mask. So when we're coming to our plumbers, when they're coming to your home, we're rocking the ducky masks. So we're all about that. So now it's like a new fashion statement. Like everybody's like, well, if I gotta wear these masks, I'm about to look good wearing these masks. So you do the bandanas. Is that what? Well, no, you got the ducky mask.
No, I wear the duck mask. This is just look cool.
Yeah.
Oh. It's still a function, fashion and function.
I've never seen Macy with a mask, even though she talks about it.
I have one in my car. I brought one with me tonight in case I needed it.
Well, I think.
Do you need it?
Do you?
Crystal even asked if she could shake my hand before we
see,
touch.
that's sweet.
That's respectful. I like that.
She washed her hands though. I saw her. All right, hey, we got to do the $25 gift card.
We do.
We got to get the giveaway. The giveaway is very important. Even though y'all can't see me, you can hear me. And we have a $25 gift card giveaway for the comment of the night. So I'm gonna give you some time, Rizzo. Unless you know it off the top of your head, you ready to go?
Go back and read.
All right, go back and take a look at these comments.
I put some pretty good comments.
Oh, you're ineligible, bro.
Actually, I put some pretty good comments. So
Oh,
I might need to win it, but
nah,
I
bro,
won't
you
know.
ineligible.
I'm gonna go with Ryan's comment. He said, "Let these children go home. Aren't y'all breaking some labor laws?
laws?
I like that
Oh, they're
one.
not working right now.
That's a
We're having
good one.
fun.
That's
No,
a
I'm
good
just
idea. I'd say, Macy and Donovan can pick.
They can pick. Well, I don't know. Macy can't see the comment. Well, she can see my screen a little
I can
bit.
kind of see
Yeah,
Donovan's
but she can't
one.
really see.
Let's see.
Oh, all
I
right.
can see my
So-
mom commenting.
Oh,
a
your
lot.
mom is commenting. Heck yeah. Oh, Tim says September 2020. So I'm that's ambitious.
September
bro.
is the best month of the year.
It really
just
is.
so
I
y'all
just
know.
hope that this. I'm ready for football to come back. I'm ready for sports to come back. I'm ready for all this stuff to come back. And
I
I'm
like
being
my
selfish
comment,
by
honestly.
probably
That's pretty
saying all
good.
this stuff, but I won't. I need these
All the
things.
employees want to win. That's.
Oh, I know.
All the employees want that $25.
I know. After Timmy did his thing last week, they're all going for it now. They're all going for
I don't
it.
know. I kind of like Michael's comment.
Someone get him a muzzle and make quiet him down, Michael.
Michael.
They help him lose his dad bod.
Tim said 5-on-5 hoop session tomorrow. Wear your mask.
I mean, I can't breathe as it is, so if I had to wear a mask playing basketball, I'm going to die.
Exactly.
Is this half court, 3-on-3? That's about all I got.
That's about all I got. Full court, concrete, outside.
Oh my God.
What's that park in Kernersville?
Oh, radar base.
Yeah, radar base. Jacked up.
Where when the wind blows, you have to shoot it just at a little different angle just to make sure it goes in. Jeez, I was playing with Ben today, your son, Aaron, out when you were gone, and I was winded. No, I was winded. I was tired. Yeah,
Brandon
it's not
felt
good.
Kim wanted. What are you doing?
You failed Kim?
You failed chemistry?
Huh?
You failed chemistry?
I didn't fail chemistry.
That's what Ryan said.
That's what you meant.
Ryan don't know. Ryan didn't go to high school.
You failed Kim 1? Kim 1.
Hey, matter of fact,
Not even
no,
2.
that was U.S. history. No, I did not fail. I don't think I even took.
Wait,
I don't think I took chemistry.
You failed a class in high school?
No, I
He
will
had to
not.
think.
We are not getting into that subject, but nah. But all right, who's our winner? We gotta pick a winner. Here we go.
I don't know. It's a lot of people.
Lynette says, "I need." She needs to win so she can fix my salads.
I'm gonna always be the winner, but it can't go to me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is hard.
Taking a lot.
Y'all went hard tonight.
Yep. Okay.
Might be Michael.
Well, while they're deciding the winner, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who joined in tonight. I really do appreciate it. This is episode 2. As you guys are seeing, you're seeing different angles, camera angles. Even though we lost one, we're still messing with stuff. We're still trying to figure it out. But we just appreciate you guys hanging in with us. And if you missed it, if you had to cut off, we appreciate you just hanging with us for a little bit. And you can replay it and check it out. And we're going to be uploading this stuff as podcast, so you can just listen in your car while you're driving to the beach or driving to a non-sporting event.
So the video technical difficulties won't matter.
That's right. You won't even see what's going on, but you'll get to hear the intervention. I didn't feel good about that. Y'all tag team on me like that. That was messed up, man. That was messed up. So all right. Well, we appreciate you guys. Any last words? All right. So. Tell me, tell people a little bit about Donnie D Productions one more time so they know they didn't catch it before.
One more again, Donnie D Productions. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. I do. I'm a film major, so I'd say film first, but I do a ton of photography on my Instagram page as well. I can make pretty much anything you have better. That's what it is. If you want quality better than pretty much everybody you're seeing, your peers, slight flex or major flex, whatever the case may be, I can do it all. So,
Macy, tell them about why kids should be a biochemist.
What?
A biochemist.
Biochemist.
Chemist. That's my new word. See, yes, I did fail. So, I failed English.
Well, you can go to medical school, you can go to dental school, you can go to PA school.
Don't you want to be a lawyer? Didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of want to go to law school.
This girl, I mean, I'm telling you right now, Macy for president. What is it?
Somebody said Macy for president.
Yeah, Brandy said hashtag Macy
That's
for
the
president.
one who needs to win. Is that my wife? Was that my wife?
Yeah.
No, she can't win.
We're going to have to go with labor laws.
Yeah, who's the winner? Hold on, who's the winner?
We're going with labor.
Ready?
Let's go. Who is the winner?
Are you ready?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Drum roll. And the winner tonight of the $25 gift card is Tim Gribble.
Tim Gribble.
Tim.
Hey, I do need a crayon. Hold on. Tim. Congratulations, Tim. We will mail it to you in about 60 to 90 days. No, I'm just kidding.
Guaranteed delivery.
By the time that Macy runs for president. All right. Well, congratulations, Tim. We appreciate everybody hanging with us tonight. Macy, Donnie, you guys have bright futures, and it was a pleasure to spend some time with you guys tonight. So, until next time, Plumb Positive Show out.